Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Blau. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do this with our profit coaching programs and our tax planning systems, which have saved my clients over $6.8 million. Well, we're way past that now. I've saved them millions of dollars over the last 10 years easily. All, like I say every week, legally don't want to share a jail cell with any of my clients, even though I like them all, like most of them. All right. Last week, we switched subjects and started talking about the cash conversion cycle. And if you haven't watched it, you need to go back and watch it. But one of the things that's brought up once I explain it to them, it's like, well, can you give me examples of how I can improve it? Well, really, I've developed a 17 steps, 17 steps to improving your cash conversion cycle. Some are logical and some aren't. All right. But first, why should I concentrate on my cash conversion cycle? Well, it's because improving sales cycles improving the cash conversion cycle reduces your investment in receivables, work in process, and inventory. This allows you to increase sales without running out of cash. And that's the key. The problem is people sell a lot more but don't improve their cash conversion cycle. They have to run out and get lines of credits. They got to do all kinds of things. All right. Increasing sales. All right. Many businesses fail when they first start. But another area of danger is when a company is growing faster than their cash conversion cycle can work. A company may be profitable, but still end up in filing bankruptcy because they flat out ran out of cash. Increasing sales is the key to business growth, but improving your cash conversion cycle is the key to surviving when you increase sales. Listen to that again. Improving your cash conversion cycle and the efficiency of it is the key to surviving when you have a massive increase in sales, or even a decently large increase in sales. All right. So here's some common steps many business owners take to increase their cash balances. And that's what we're really talking about. What we're really talking about is how do I get money to get into my bank and stay there longer. All right. Get there faster, stay there longer. That's the key. All right. First, speed up your sales cycle to reduce your production costs. Create an automated sales funnel. Most businesses don't have a sales process that attracts quality leads, converts these leads into customers, and then automatically upsells or cross-sells them in additional products and services. Whoops. I don't know what I did there. That's what happens when you touch the microphone. Okay, sorry about that. I was moving it closer to me and pushed a button, so I'm not sure if I shut you off or not, but okay, looks like I'm on. But what I'm after here is that even if you don't sell an online product, you should have, as part of your process, let's say me and you're doing a service, part of my process at the end is how can I serve this customer better? What other things do we offer that this customer needs? Notice how I worded that. I did not say how can I sell this person more. I said how can I help them more? Okay, what is it that they need that I can offer? All right. Plan the next sale as soon as you deliver the product or service. Basically what I just said. Your customers are the easiest people to sell to. They already know you, like you, and trust you. I say that over and over and over. If they don't, then you need to fix something. But anyways, it only makes sense to plan to get your next order from them. Number 3, look for recurring revenue opportunities. All right. Almost nothing improves cash flow more quickly than having sales coming in every month. Explore different ways to create recurring revenue. I do a whole section on that in the book. If you haven't gotten the book, I didn't hawk it this morning, but I mean at the beginning of this, but it's the 90-day profit reset. I do a whole section on that. And in the index, I have a lot of these coaching checklists, including this one. But one of them is, there it is, Appendix 4, 24 ways to build recurring revenue streams. So, that I've done a lot of the research for you. And it's right there. And like I said, on Kindle, it's like less than $5. All right. Number 4, set up a system for increasing referrals from every customer. People have been burned by giving refers. So instead, I would ask for quality introductions. There, a better word than referrals. Your current customers are your easiest sales. The next easiest sale is somebody your customer has sent to you, a friend or colleague of theirs. Next, speed up the production, product production and delivery. And when I say product, I mean service. All right, whatever it is you deliver to get paid. So first, improve your systems to speed up production. Systems are the key to quickly delivering a quality product or service every time. All right, I go through this. I've covered this in many blog articles. You can go to my website and go to the blog and search systems. I think I've done a couple of YouTube videos on them. If you go to YouTube and search for my name, but I'm going to cover this some more, I'm sure. I do it frequently because repetition works on things that are important. Number 6, deliver the work quickly. We've had it happen. I finish some work and then I'm so busy with the next project that I don't notice that the first client hasn't come in for a month. Well, if they don't know the work is done, they're not going to pay the invoice for it. What's worth a month later, it doesn't have the same value to them. So stay on top of that. Make sure that they really are getting it. Now, the next part is to speed up the collection of your receivables. Send an invoice promptly. This is often overlooked, and I've been guilty of this. Obviously, you can't get paid until you invoice. Now, if you're in sales, retail, or restaurant business, this doesn't really apply because I eat my meal and go to the cash register. You bring me the bill, I pay right there. Okay. But if you're in an industry where you don't get paid until you send an invoice, make sure you get the invoice out as soon as possible. I've used to do it at the end of the month. I know a lot of my stuff is monthly, but the stuff that's not monthly, as soon as I finish the work, I send an invoice. Consider prepayments with an order. Every business I have worked with that does this never seems to have a cash flow problem. Don't discount this, even if it isn't normal in your industry. Somebody basically in manufacturing that took 50% down before they started any order. Why? Because if for some reason they changed their mind and didn't want the order, at least they were able to pay their employees and pay for the materials. Negotiate progress payments for large sales. If you have a particularly large sale, write these into the contract so that your cash received more closely matches what you need to pay your vendors and your employees. Be upfront about it with a large contract. Hey, I need to make sure my subs are paid, my employees are paid, and that I have the material. And I got to do that within the first, 30 days, 2 weeks to 30 days. I can't wait 90 days or 120 days to get paid when the job's done. That's got to be something you do. Number 10, collect your receivables. If you can't eliminate receivables using any of the ways we have discussed above, collecting the invoices is the most important thing you need to do. Remember, it is not a sale until the money is in the bank. So you need to have a system for collecting receivables. I also have covered that in a blog article. Also covered that in a YouTube video, and I want to cover it again because, like I said, repetition. Number 11, offer discounts for prepayments and/or prompt payments. Look, I don't recommend doing this unless you just can't get a line of credit somewhere. All right. Interest rates are so low. Well, they were low. And truthfully, I'll tell you, they're still low. Historically, they have been higher in the past. I'm old enough to remember that. All right. It's sometimes cheaper to give a discount than it is to get a line of credit, but rarely, honestly. So that's another thing I'd say, go get a line of credit, which is number 13. So I'm skipping from 11 to 13. Get a line of credit and do it when you don't need it, and then use it some. Let's go back to 12. You can sell your invoices. This is called factoring. One warning. Be sure you have a good cash management skills and a budget. One problem I see with companies that factor is that they pocket the money that's supposed to be going towards paying their vendors. This causes many businesses to get into even more trouble. I'm going to tell you straight out, getting into factoring is a lot easier than getting out. Finally, control the money that's going out. Okay, control the money that's being paid out. All right, you notice what we did here. Increase 4 things, really. Improve your sales process so the sale happens quicker, produce it quicker, invoice it quicker, collect it faster. All right. And then finally, cut your expenses. That's what we're talking about. So 14, you can't really put off paying your staff, but you can control employee costs by improving systems so that the work can be done by lower skilled workers as much as possible. Doing a complete staffing review periodically will eliminate excess staffing. Outsource or use temporary hires for any non-recurring projects. I used to have somebody in this office who just did our marketing for us. The problem with that is I didn't need them 100% of the time. But they were here, so I found other duties for them that weren't marketing, and they weren't staying current. It's not their specialty. So we outsourced that. The firm that puts these videos and all the mailings out, and truthfully, you ought to use somebody like them. If you want their name, call me. I'll be happy to refer them because they do an excellent job for me. But the idea is it's much cheaper to have them do it than have an internal person, and they do it better because it's what they do. All right. 15, take control over when you pay your vendors. Don't be afraid to call your vendors and say, hey, I'm getting slow paying customers right now. I need a little more time. You want it in 15 days. Can I do 30 to 45 days? They have to make a sale too. Most vendors would rather work with you than risk not getting paid at all. Try to negotiate longer terms or risk you going to somebody that will give them terms. Don't be afraid to let them know a competitor is willing to give them you terms. Okay. 16, periodically shop for better pricing from all your vendors. Most business owners stay with who they know. It is easier and usually less risky. Even if you don't want to change vendors, you can use the competitor's low price to negotiate a better deal from your current vendor. Problem with that, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. That's easy when I'm buying a part. It's harder when I'm hiring a lawyer or a CPA or a doctor. All right. So there you gotta look at the value you're getting and decide. Change your payment date with your landlord. Sure, your landlord wants to get paid on the 1st of the month, but if you can't make it by then, don't be afraid to delay it till the 10th or the 15th of the month. Sometimes you have to call the landlord and say, look, the beginning of the month just doesn't work for me. Can I pay on the 15th without a late fee? They're not going to like it, but they're not going to risk losing you. Not in a market where it's harder to get reliable long-term tenants. And to be honest, I've done that. The 1st of the month, I had everything due. The 15th, I didn't. I actually had it written into the lease so that it was due on the 15th. Look, having cash, as a recap, having cash in the bank is not an accident. It is a result of actively managing all parts of your business, especially your sales to cash cycle. So if you want to have more cash in your bank, start with the hard work that we've outlined above, and we can come up with more, but those are the basics. Okay, a couple things. Obviously, I won't be here next week. It's Thanksgiving, so everybody, I hope you have something to be thankful for, and even if you don't, yeah, you do. We've all got something to be thankful for, and we should. So thank God for all the blessings we've received. I really appreciate people that appreciate the fact that I can help people like this, and I appreciate the kind of comments I get. Don't be afraid to send me a question. I mean, I'll do my best to get to them. If nothing else, you can go to my website and put them there. I'll see an email for sure. So you can use Wayne at wjb-cpa.com. Shoot me a question. See if I can answer it either directly to you or on one of these videos. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. God bless. Be very thankful. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. See you at church.